light our darkest hour. A little bit more. Oh, thank you very much.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Unboximus Prime, and today we have Power of the Prime's leader class, Rodimus Prime. So as per usual, let's go straight to the box. Power of the Prime's leader class, Rodimus Prime. Got an Autobot logo. Ages 8 and up from Hasbro with Transformers going up the side. We have the Autobot logo with generations on it, and a lovely picture of Rodimus. And also, we have some stuff going on in the background, as well as the instruction booklet. Top of the box, Power of the Primes, clear plastic, choose your Prime. On the side here, we have authentic Transformers with the Autobot logo. We have some insignias going on right there, as well as Power of the Primes, choose your Prime, once again. On the back of the box, legal garb, picture of Rodimus, and then Hot Rod. 14 steps. This should be an easy one, right? Let's see. Oh, no, wait. 28 steps. Okay, maybe not. So here we have Rodimus Prime, and then he transforms into Hot Rod as an alternate mode. And you have the whole thing with the Matrix of Leadership. I almost messed that one up. I totally messed it up. Anyway. And then you have Rodimus Prime, blah, 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 blah. Pause it, read it, have fun. That's it. Let's move on to the figure. So here we have Rodimus Prime, but we're going to get to him in 1 second. First, I'm going to show you the card that he comes with. So we have Rodimus Prime with the Autobot logo and Power of the Primes with a picture of Rodimus Generations Transformers on the back. It says Rodimus Alchemist. Alters enemy systems to overheat their power core. Sounds like my last cooking class. Okay, so we're going to put that aside. Let's also take a look at the Matrix of Leadership real quick. Ooh, it's nice and blue in the middle. Bet it's not black like my heart. We got yellow plastic on the outside, all painted chrome. And you can see, here's the back of it. So if you saw from the Optimus one was silver. And this is, and this part was also like an orangey yellow. And now this is silver and this is yellow. So, yes. If I hold this, does this mean I have power over the Matrix? No. Whatever. And now we get to Rodimus himself. We'll take a look. This is a massive toy. And there's quite a bit we'll go over with this. Okay, so we have the typical car on the inside there. We have the nice Firebird logo on there. We got the Autobot symbol in the middle. Take a look. He can smoke out the side of the window if he wants to here. No, you can't do that. So he rolls too. Look. Whee! You know, real quick on the camera, he kind of looks like the Ecto-1. But we got a little problem here. There we go. So the wheels are plastic. They do roll. They're kind of like pinched in there. I don't know how you'd call that. But we got some nice detail going on here. This is actually engraved in the plastic. So once again, we'll do our sound test. So that's cool. We got a hinge here because it hinges. And then we got the back, his butt. And pretty much same thing on the other side. We take a look at the top. See, we have two guns here, as well as feet, maybe? Is he getting a foot on things? That made no sense. And we'll take a look at the bottom. You can obviously see Hot Rod. Plain and simple. Can't miss him. He's right there. We got more detailing going on engraved in the mold as well right here. A lot of cool stickers going on. One thing I want to mention right here, right now, is that they actually put the sticker over the part where it bends right here. This little bit folds out, and the sticker covers it. And if you could see, it's already scratching and peeling. That is just poor judgment. I'm sorry. Like, are you supposed to buy two of these, put one on display and transform one, and then that's it? So that's really disappointing. There's a little bit of him popping out here from before. This just sometimes doesn't connect, but I mean, overall, it's an awesome representation of Rodimus Prime, so I dig it. Okay, so let's take the Winnebago big old butt cheek off. Let's take a look at Hot Rod himself. What we're going to do is just pop these up like so. Like that. Take them down like so. We'll put this aside. Snap these back to here. And there we go. We have classic old Hot Rod. This is actually an awesome representation of Hot Rod. I really like this. Old school G1. Doesn't get any better than that. It's pretty much the same as before. We got red plastic. The Firebird we saw before. We got a spoiler on the back right here.
Spoiler alert.
That is true. And then obviously we do have Hot Rod on the bottom as I showed you before. It's pretty much the same thing. This is just his Hot Rod mode. So yeah, it's pretty much just Hot Rod. You can see back there. Nothing really much going on. And again, these stickers are awesome though. Although some of them were starting to peel and bubble before. So but these look okay at the moment. That's how it was pretty much straight out of the package. So that is it really for this. I mean, we also up top here on the window, it's kind of like a transparent dark blue. I wonder if you could see my reflection in there. Somebody will spot it on camera. Can you see me? Hi. So that's pretty awesome. So I think right now we will go into the transformation of Hot Rod before he transforms into Rodimus Prime. Go! So here we have Hot Rod, and this is absolutely fantastic. So let's just take a quick little spin around, and we'll go over what he looks like. Sexy. So let's take a look at the face. The face is something we have to go straight to because this is spot on. Perfect G1. Even captures the look. Got nice mold going on with the chin. He's got some chin there, buddy, let me tell you. Move on. We have the top of the Firebird right there. One thing we are starting to notice already is this is like the third time we transformed him or so, and it's already starting to get scratched and dented, so it's a little bit of an issue there, but you know, it's kind of hard to pick up on camera, but it's right in there somewhere. So we got legs, perfect G1 stickers. Showed you those before. We got them there. We also got them up top here on the shoulders. So that's awesome. We have his arms, some articulation. We got a little bit of a ball joint, but it's not an official ball joint. Pretty much just has like a little swivel in the elbow, as well as a little swivel in the shoulder. And it also goes left and right. In the leg, we got a little bending action at the knee. And the hip goes out. It also moves back and forth a little bit. A little bit of a pivot. Well, not really pivot. Pretty much a swivel in the foot there. Now we take a look at the back. There you go. Not much to see. More G1 looking stickers right there. That's cool. He's very, very, very slim and slender. He's got a very... He almost still looks like a car if you just put him this way, but it's really nice. Overall, this is an actual perfect representation of Hot Rod. I dig it. So let's go over his weapons real quick. We have two pieces of the gun. So we have one here, and we have one here. And you can put both in both hands, like so. Slot in, and there you go. Now, you do not want to mess with this guy. So now that he's showing off, let's show him off in something greater and get one with the transformation. And here we have Rodimus Prime. And I must say, gee God, this thing's badass. It really is. I mean, if you just look at the sheer size with the bulky looking arms up here, this is fantastic. Let's get in a little closer for more detail. Although I feel in the G1 cartoon, his face was more round, I think this fits the build a lot better. He looks menacing. Like this figure is worthy of the name Rodimus Prime. Like this looks like a guy you don't want to mess with. Let's keep taking a look. We got the crotch area. We go down into the legs. Oh, he's falling over. He's had too much. So a lot of nice detail going on in the legs. The legs are bulky. Like you can kick somebody to another planet with these things. Look at that. Detailing going on in the mold right here. And this is actually our favorite part right here. The detail in the hand doesn't move, the fingers don't move, but the way they sculpted it, if you can really take a look at that, the thumb and all the fingers actually look like they can move, but they don't. That's how much detail that they put into this hand. It's very false, but it's so perfect at the same time. Then we got the G1 stickers going on. A lot of people keep noticing about the two-tone colors. This is like a darker, almost maroon, where this is like a fire engine type red. Honestly, I think it works. And I think it was probably done because, you know, they wanted to let people know, hey, this is part of this and this is part of that. But, you know, what can you do? I actually think it works. Also, the fact that his legs, Hot Rod's legs, are his arms. That's really dope. I like that. If we take a look in the back here, he's got a lot of space. I don't know, you put your lunch or dinner in here. You know, you can sneak people into movies in here. Not quite sure, but there's a lot of space. We've got some detailing going on in the paneling in here, which is really nice. And then we got the back of the legs here. Again, more detailing going on in the paneling. And can't forget the G1 stickers up here on the shoulder pads. That's really cool. One thing I am going to show you, though, is, again, we've only transformed this thing a couple of times, and you can already tell the stickers are starting to peel and rip. So that's a no bueno. Another thing that tends to happen that we've noticed, again, being it only like the second or third time we've transformed this, a lot of the pegs, like this one doesn't show it, but you can tend to see a lot of the white stress marks that are going on in this thing, like it's going to break real easily. So that's one thing to be wary of. And the transformation was actually fairly simple, but it just feels so delicate. You know, they're not like they used to be. They're not the old Transformers that are meant to be thrown against the wall, stomped on, and have epic battles in the living room. You know, words tend to escape me on a lot of things, and today they're escaping me like hot air out of a blimp. Is there hot air? No, that's helium. Never mind. I know science. I'm a scientist. So this thing is just badass. And he's a little more hefty when you transform him into Rodimus Prime. But overall, the sheer size of this thing, again, Rodimus Prime, this looks and sounds like, you know, a person you don't want to mess with. So, articulation real quick. Bending at the knees. A little swivel or hinge joint right here at the hip. And also a little swivel at the bottom of the hip. Same on the other side. The elbow, got a little swivel. The shoulder's kind of on a non-existent pivot, if that makes sense. Like, it's on a swivel. I lied. It swivels. You can actually quite clearly see that. That's on a swivel. And just overall final thought before we get to some accessories. You tend to notice that you can actually see Hot Rod's hands in the back here, but the more you look at it and not even notice it, it just looks like part of a machine. So you got to give these guys credit for being able to think of something like this. So let's go into the accessories, which is basically the gun. So you have one half here, you have the other half here, and just like on the Optimus Prime, they connect in the middle there. So you have his gun, which is pretty much one-to-one accurate. Really nice. Just pop it in his hand right here. And bam. So my overall final thoughts on this figure, well, our overall final thoughts on this figure is holy shit. This thing is definitely a pain in the ass to put together, yet it is so easy to put together. Does that make sense? It just feels so fragile, but yet it looks so rock solid and badass. I definitely give this a 10 out of 10. This is a great piece for the shelf. I would say. Or, you know, a diorama. They're coming out with these new diorama things lately, so, you know, you can definitely add this to your little diorama piece, so that'd be really cool. So we will conclude today's video with that. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. You didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And also, we have a whole list of Transformers that we will leave in the down below in the description, right down there. We want you guys to comment on which ones you want us to open next, and we will do a review on that. Still got a couple of Star Wars figures we're going to do as well, so look out for that. And as always, we will see you in the next one.
Size comparison, shall we put him with Cup?